Okay, now that we're able to write to our database, we'd also like to read from it. So we can store images now. We would also like to display some images. And we're going to return an array list that contains all the images that's in our class. So we're going to go public array list. And this array list is going to be of type image model. And we are going to call this display images. And we are going to the following. We're going to go LocalDatabase, image database, and where we did get writable database on top, we're going to say this dot. Oops, wait, let me just fix that. We're going to say this dot get readable database in this instance so that we can read from our database. And we're going to just instantiate our array list. So we're going to say array list, or create an array list of type images, image module, of type image model. We're going to call it db images equals new array list. Okay, once we have that array list in there, we're going to create a cursor. And you should know what a cursor is from Oracle. So we're going to create a cursor, which we're just going to import here. Cursor. And I just want to alt and enter to import that guy. So we're going to create a cursor, which we're just going to call cursor is image database dot raw query. So we're going to pass straight in here, select star from image store. And then it's asking for a string array there at the end, which we're just going to null out because it's nullable. Okay, so there is our query. And we just make sure that that image store is exactly the same as we set our database name or our table name to image store. And it is. Okay, so now we go and check if our cursor is not empty. If cursor.getCount does not equals 0, we want to go do the following. Oh my, and I didn't put this in a try catch. So let's just go add the try. And let's go add the catch clause. Space them out. And I will tab this at the end. All of this needs to be at the try. Okay. So if the cursor is not empty, we're going to go check the following. While, and this is going to return a true or a false, cursor dot move to next. So while there are still records in this value, records in this database does not equals, okay, no, while we have cursor dot move to next, so while there are still records, we want to do the following. We want to say string image name equals cursor dot get string, and you see it wants a column index, and we want 0 because that's the first thing we pass into our column. The first column is column 0 because this is an array list. And we want to say we want a byte array called image, and that's called cursor dot get blob because we stored it as a blob, and that will be in 1 because our database only has 2 columns. It has column 0 and column 1. Okay, so now we have that. we can go say bitmap image bitmap equals bitmap factory dot decode byte array, because remember we encoded it to a byte array, now we're decoding it as a byte array. Image, start at the beginning and end at the end. So just please do the whole from the very first byte till the very end byte. Okay, so we've got that in there. So what we're going to do next is we're going to go say db images, which is our list, dot add, and we're going to add a new instance of the image model class, and inside there we're going to pass in image name, comma image bitmap. And we have created an overload for that in our class, so we are sure. So now we have our array list. So let's just go through what we do again. We get a readable database, we create an array list. We get a cursor in which we store all the records in our database. We make sure that cursor is not empty. We do a second check and we say, while the cursor has a value in it, to give the exit clause to our while loop as well, we say the string image name is get cursor.getString. So get a string out of the database for us in the first column. And in a byte array called image, find the blob that we stored, it's in the second column. And then for every time this loop runs, we're going to, we decode this guy from the beginning to the end into a bitmap from the byte array. And now that we have a bitmap and an image name, we store it in DB images every time this loop runs. For every time how many images we have, we create a new object. Okay, so we just need to go toast up something here for people while this happens, because it can take long. So we're going to say toast, and we're just going to say loading images. Okay, and we are going to, and we should not do that toast every time the loop runs. Sorry, that toast will only come after the loop is finished. And at the end, we are going to say toast. No, man, sorry. We're going to return DB images. Right. Now, we also want an else clause here. So in the else clause, I need to tab that, it's going to irritate me. In the else clause, we want to say, should not have tabbed that, but anyway, in the else clause, we just want to say, toast. And we're going to say, no images found. If that guy is empty, there is no images in our database. And in the catch, we are going to do toast. Oh, we've got a little something here. If there's no images to find, we return null. And in the catch block, we are going to say toast. I'm going to take out the inverted commas and we're going to say e dot. Oops, not get hash code. But get message. And we're also going to log it so we can go just look later at what happened. And we're going to call this retrieve from DB e dot get message. And we're also going to return a null there. And that should make our method happy. And we now have completed this class where we have creating our database, where we create our table, where we create our two methods to store a local image with a writable database, and where we display our local images with a readable database. So in the next method, in the next video, we're going to go and work on our fragment that needs to do this for us.